Hi guys, I don't know whether mnakumbukanga hizi gari zilikuja za electric, zilikuwa zinajiita Nissan Leaf, managed by a company called Nopea. There were so many stories about those cars. Sometimes they were given dedicated pick and drop stations along various malls, and they were starting to create a buzz in the country. But all of a sudden, we don't know where those cars went. But today, I'm very lucky to have met a driver who is actually going to give us, he's a driver, he operates on Nissan Leaf, which is a completely 100% electric vehicle. And he's a full-time driver. He is going to give us his experience driving that car and how it compares to someone else who is driving an equivalent car that operates on petrol. So normally Nissan Leaf was compared, apple for apple with a car like Toyota Premio or Toyota Fielder. So like Nissan Leaf is an equivalent of that. He will tell us how much it costs today to buy that car, the total cost of operations, if you are charging, where you charge that car, how many kilometers it gives you, and how much passengers or riders or clients appreciates that car. So this is the car we are going to talk about. It is Nissan Leaf. As you can see, it's a KCY, a bit old, this color, and fully electric. So I'm going to try and speak with the driver of this car so that he can give us his experience, and we'll ask him so many questions. So if you guys have questions, please post there in the comment section, and this guy will come back again probably to answer some of the questions that you will have. So Harrington, mambo?
Poa sana.
Yes, do you mind stepping just out of the car tukuone? You are a very well dressed Uber driver.
Thank you.
How comes? Hebu mchukue ka video hivi hadi chini hadi hiyo kiatu. How comes you are such a well dressed Uber driver? Well, a lot of Uber driver you'll find them in vest, not very nice looking. Is this how you dress, or there is an occasion today?
Yeah, of course there's an occasion today. Today we are doing the e-mobility week. We have been in this industry for the past 6 years, since 2018.
Yes.
And we have been driving these electric cars. And we want to sensitize more drivers for them to understand the importance of driving electric vehicles.
Yes.
And how it can help them economically, and also how it can help the environmental aspect of climate change as well.
Yes.
So we want to bring as many EVs as possible, different varieties, and help Uber drivers, Bolt, Little Cab, all the categories of the apps that we are having to be able to onboard the electric vehicles.
Yes.
So that the drivers can maximize on their earnings.
All right. Thank you. So, are you an Uber driver?
I'll be honest with you, I don't drive Uber.
Yes. I
don't drive Bolt. I only work with the Little Car because of reasons that are best known to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So probably you can show us around this car before we start now discussing about the comparison of benefits.
This is the model that we have. Right now we're having 3 models in the market.
Yes.
We have this one for the Nissan Leaf. This one does up to 120 because these ones are for the first generation.
Yes, it's a bit older.
We are bringing the second generation that does up to 280 kilometers as well, which is still Nissan Leaf. And then now we also have the brand of Nopea that does up to 400 kilometers.
Yes.
That one also fit in the categories of comfort and basic as well. So since this one is here, you can just go around it. You can check inside and you see how good it is.
Yes.
And then we'll include more, and you see the other brands that you also have, so that drivers can get to know more about them. Yeah.
So this one, when you do Uber with this, it compares to which car that
this
is on the side of petrol?
Uber Comfort and Uber Basic.
Uber Comfort and Uber Basic.
Yeah.
And how much right now do you think this one costs in the market?
This one goes for 1.7 million.
1.7 million.
These ones are used second-hand cars.
Used second-hand. And you say it will give you a range of 80 to 150 around there?
Probably because it's 80 to 120, 130.
And how is that for drivers' flexibility at this point? Do you think?
Yeah, of course, this one has the challenge of the charging stations because we need to charge maybe 2 or 3 times a day. And that is part of the solution that we are looking into.
Yes, yes.
So that drivers can be able to charge either once or even twice a day, and they are done with the work. Yeah.
So if you buy this car at 1.7, do you think is a good deal compared to the fact that a driver can have a car at maybe 500,000 in the second-hand market for the petrol.
It's a good deal because with the electric cars, there's a lot of savings that you do on the fuel energy consumption.
Yes.
And also the service cost as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so the price is not a big deal because you compensate that high cost through the savings of the energy cost and also the service of the car.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for example, for you in a day, you do how many kilometers and how much does it cost you to charge?
In average
for those kilometers.
In average, we do 250 kilometers when the business was good. And charging an electric car depends. If you charge at the charging stations, of course there are bills or the rates that are put by the investors. Though if you charge at home, then you lose the normal KPLC rates, which are quite cheap. So charging a car that gives you, let's say, 100 kilometers, using the normal tokens at home, you'll only spend less than 500 shillings. Yes.
Wow. That sounds very affordable.
Yeah, that's affordable.
And I hear there is a very big issue with the batteries. So let's say if this car you buy it at 1.7, I hear that the battery, if it dies, it is almost the price of the car. How true is that narrative that is circulating there?
The issue of batteries is more of assumption. Yeah, because batteries depends with the type of the car that you are working with.
Yes. Some
cars like Nissan Leaf and even other models that you are considering are having batteries that can be replaced per cell. So if a cell has a problem, that cell is being replaced.
Yes.
And you find that most of the batteries does between 12 even to more than 15 years before they need replacements. Yeah. And again, if you look at the technology that is available right now, whereby the battery technology is the one that is easily replaceable.
Yes.
We don't see it as an issue per se. So I think there's a bit lack of information to do with the batteries of the EVs, and people just need to have a lot of sensitization so that they can get facts. Yes.
So from experience, is this something that you can recommend people to go for? If you have 1.7, there are people who say you can go and buy a Sienta, you can buy a Nissan Serena and do XL, or you would recommend someone to buy this one, for example, and do the medium category.
Considering the advantages that comes with the driving of the electric vehicles, definitely when you invest in such a car, you have high chances of making a lot of profit and gaining more compared to buying a fuel car that gives you that big space, like 7 seaters or the rest. Yeah, because we understand the issue of the economic situations, and we can recommend this type of cars for people to know, especially for business purposes.
All right, Harrington. I don't know whether there is something important I have forgotten to ask you about this car and the electric mobility business for Uber that you might want to mention as we conclude.
Okay, so lastly, what we can advocate for right now, we are looking for a system that promotes just transition, that will enable drivers to be economically empowered, get money in their pockets, and at the same time have a positive contribution to the climate change agenda. So what we advise our drivers right now is to join the circle that we are having of green energy mobility that specifically deals with 100% electric vehicles. When they join this circle, they'll be able to get brand new electric vehicles that will give them service for quite a number of years with a good repayment plan that also guarantees them security and the service of the car as well.
All right.
So we can encourage them to join us so that we work together and let's all of us benefit as well.
So when you say they join you, who are you? Where are you found?
We are found along Naivasha Road. We are called Green Drivers Organization. Right now we have a circle that is called Green Energy Mobility Circle that deals with 100% electric for the commercial drivers. So once they join us, they'll be able to find our model of operation, how they'll be able to acquire these electric vehicles, and how they'll join the team for transitioning to the clean energy and be part of the transition as well.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
And enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you for the information. We really appreciate, and we look forward to getting more information about other cars. I know this is our node car that people know, the Nissan Nopea, Nissan Leaf, but I have seen so many other new models of other brands that we can discuss later in other videos. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, thank you.